Om GURUBHYO NAMAHA DEVATABHYO NAMAHA. Welcome you all, wonderful Shrutrugana Sadhakas. Receive the Abhinandanas, the congratulations for choosing to be a regular student of Upanishads because of and also in spite of. Suggestion is what we have to gain through this exercise is not yet gained, therefore, till it is gained, fully gained, completely gained, let us by our own choice commit to this Shravana of the Upanishads and prove to ourselves that we are matured, we are intellectual, we are Aryans, we are intelligent, we are no more succumbing to the mind and senses and their suggestions, which always take us away from Paramatma. 13 Vyaktitwas of Lokasevaka, Dharmasthapaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, the Prashanta Gambhira, Samskrita, Bhasha Jnatrutva. Let us strengthen by taking the help of the Brahma Tattva, the Ishvara Tattva, the Jagan Matru Tattva, the Devata Ganas, the Guru Ganas, as well as the Shastra Ganas, and also the help of the people who are like minded like us, who are doing better sadhana than us, by taking their help also, maybe in the form of some information, some inspiration. Once we are fixed in our spiritual goals, for that sadhana, from whichever the source the required help comes, in any manner, we should be open to receive it, because doing sadhana, reaching the destination as soon as possible with minimum hassles is our goal. Shwethshwathara Upanishad, Sambandha Bhashya gave us so many thoughts. Summary of all of that is the Ekameva Advaya Brahma to be recognized, only then the adhyasa of the Jivadi Bhava on that in which we are bound as samsari can go away. That is why this Upanishad has started in the end of the Adhyasa Bhashya, Sambandha Bhashya. The Bhashyakara said that only. Then in the first chapter, through the Brahmavadino Vadanti, we were also made to make an inquiry first outer, what is the cause of the Jagat? None of the outer things can be cause. Then, when they searched inside, then they found Devatma Shaktim Swagunair Nigudha, the cause of this Jagat. And then that Devatma Shakti, cause of Jagat, we are in that Jagat bound. Come out of the Jagat, come out of the influence of the Devatma Shakti. Discover oneness with the Deva himself, is what is said in the first chapter exhaustively, giving us the Upaya sadhana also. Toward the end, along with giving us even the common alambana which is given in all Upanishads, that of Pranava the Omkara. Atmanamaraning Kritva Pranavam cha Uttararanim Jnana Nirmatana Abhyasat Devam Pashet Nigudavat. Now, when we are doing this sadhana, for one reason of our ability strengths not sufficient, for the second reason of the Maya Shakti being so powerful at the samashti level that it will not allow us to do this sadhana even if we want. As it is said in Gita and every text, that this total samashti Maya as well as individual Veshti Avidya can be transcended to see the reality which is our goal by the grace of that Ishvara. Even though the goal is Parabrahma and that we are already, and that we have to know through the contemplation either of the Mahavakyas or even by going beyond the Panchakosha, all the picture is very clear, theoretical. But when practically we have to do, the faculties which we have right now, the abilities, talents, are not sufficient even to come out of the clutches of our own individual vasanas or individual avidyas, abhavanas, asambhavanas, viparita bhavana. Then how can we go beyond the samashti maya? है ना? Technical words में to come out of jiva srishti itself it is so difficult. How can we come out of the Ishvara srishti? Then only that which is beyond we can experience. Therefore, what is said in Gita? Daivi Hesha Mugudamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. Very important thought. Mam evaye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. Ye mam prapadyanti te etam mayam taranti. Those who surrender to me, they alone will be able to cross this maya. Therefore, in the second chapter, the sadhanas required to be done, to be qualified for the antaschintana, antardhyana, antarmathana, antarjnana with the help of the pranava to realize the self. The sadhanas required are being enumerated in chapter 2 onwards. The first and foremost of them is the upasana to the devata who is the wielder of the samashti maya. It is a necessary process required. Even though at a higher level of Vedantic Jnanam, Ishvara, Jiva, Ityadi are Kalpita, we have to transcend them through the Tattvamasi Mahavakya Vicharana. That is later. But from the standpoint where we are now, we need the blessings of that Ishvara for both. To get empowered to be able to conquer our own Jiva Srishti and also the Ishvara Srishti. In the Jiva Srishti, we only do Kalpana and make our own faculties run towards it. Even if we come out of it, the Samashti Srishti is there to tempt us, threaten us, hold us, bind us, etc. And when Ishvara Krupa comes by our invoking it through our Sharanagati Bhakti, the small gate also gets opened, that our own individual obstacles will cross. The big gate also gets opened. The obstacles at the samashti level also will be removed. That gate also will be opened for us to enter into that sacred sadhana of antarchintana, antarmathana of the Atma Vastu through Panchakosha Viveka, Anvaya Vyatireka, etc. That is why this topic is taken of Upasana. First mantra, second, third mantra, beautifully that Ishvara is humbly requested and prayed, O Lord, please see that my Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Antakarana, Dhiya are purified, are refined, are divinized, are empowered, and more importantly, they are turned only towards the pursuit of the self. So that there is no contradiction between my intellectual conviction of wanting to know the truth and mind and senses going into the untrue world. And this prayer works wonders. The result is we'll be able to truly tune all our faculties exclusively towards the inner journey. When this happens, we have to recognize that this happened not by our efforts. We only had the willingness. It has happened because of the grace divine. Therefore, we have to extend the gratitudes and extend the prayers and praise, mainly the stuti, to that Ishvara out of gratitude, so that the Krupa continues and we continue to go beyond this Prakriti or Maya and always are one with the truth. That's why in the fourth mantra, the Shruti Mata herself says that to the Ishvara, that Savitha who blessed us, we have to do the Mahastuti for him. Now, the Upasana and Stuti done before to empower us, enable us for doing that finer inner sadhanas. Once the sadhya is reached or en route only when we are able to do, we should start doing stuti to that Paramatma to keep up that humbleness, not allowing the arrogance to pop up, to keep up the gratitude, to keep up that most necessary tuning we surrender to that Lord, because till the last moment of experience is reached, any moment we can be pulled down by the Maya Shakti. Therefore, every moment we should be protected from it. That is why through the Upasana Stuti we continue to be under the kind blessings protecting of that divine. See that how our feelings, if we listen to these mantras, how we will be, है ना? उपनिषद पढ़ रहे हैं, तत्व चिंतन कर रहे हैं, ईश्वर कृपा we are invoking, he is blessing us, we are able to do them effectively, we are extending gratitudes, he is happy, more blessings he is giving us, more refinements, more understandings, more deeper internal journeys happening. How sacred, how blessed, how divine, how beautiful will be that life of ours, isn't it? Let us seek that. So, 1, 2, 3 mantras have done the Upasana and Prarthana to the Savita Deva. Fourth mantra tells us to do the Stuti of that Deva. Right? That third mantra's little Bhashya once more. Fourth mantra is our target to study today, if time permits, the fifth also. Right, friends. And before we start that, like every day, our Mangalacharana, shlokas as well as our sankalpa we do for the samashti to enter into the spiritual zone and find spirituality alone the means for moksha, and by being more and more spiritual come out of self-destructing materialism. For that we are doing sankalpa every day. Now before that our common sense thought. Today's common sense thought is very purely spiritual. As we just talked now, the topic, same thing will be repeated in another language. That's it. Remember, knowing or unknowingly, right or wrong, consciously we came out of our conscious self. Knowingly or unknowingly, consciously we solidified, crystallized a separate sense of individuality. Consciously we got ownership identified with particular set of upadhis became jiva. Consciously through each of the upadhi we started contacting, interacting with the outer world of their field of these upadhis. Consciously we got enchanted by them. Consciously we have become slowly addicted to them, you know, totally enslaved by them, the outer life. Lo, here we are now, the samsari who is a jiva with the upadhi tadatmya, seeing the world outside, wanting to possess it, becoming a continuous jnata, ichhakarta, karmakarta, karma phala bhokta. Consciously we have done because we only are doing all that, no? Who else is doing for us? We only are doing. Our kaun kar. And in that, again, we are consciously, for the sake of that phala prapti, correct? We are involving in so many such non-positive karmas which are becoming such a terrible obstacles for any higher evolution. So all who has done it, Ishvara has not done this. The Jagat has not done this. The other jivas have not done this. I myself have done it for myself. Here I am now. So if I am the one who has done all these downfall steps consciously, let us feel that again it is our need, our responsibility, our duty, again consciously to revert back, to trace back. So consciously we have done, unknowingly let us say. Now let us revert back, trace back consciously but knowingly. That knowing ability is given by the Guru, by the Shastra, by the Satsanga, the knowledge aspect, isn't it? So, consciously we have to gain that full knowledge of how to trace back, revert back to what exactly we are, step by step, and again consciously having known, it is we who have to put all efforts to go back also. You know, who gave value to the world? I gave. Who has to devalue? I. Who made the ragadvesha for the world? I. Then who will have to develop vairagya? I. Who was the one seeing the sukha bhoga in the jagat got enchanted and got caught up? I only. Then who is the one whose responsibility is to understand the asatyatva jagat, mithyatva of the jagat, jadatva of the jagat, sukha rahityatva of the jagat, dukhitva of the jagat, dukkhatva of the jagat, ashashvatatva of the jagat. It is I only will have to do. Are we starting to do that? No, to फिर you have not started treatment, then how will the disease go? When you treat it, disease starts going, no? If you have not at all started treatment, the disease becomes more aggravated, goes out of control. Isn't it? Who is the one who got identified with the Panchakoshas? Nobody else. Your neighbors never told. Your in-laws, outlaws never told. It is I only. God identified with the Anna Prana Manobuddhi Anandamaya Koshas. So then whose is the effort job to de-identify with? Who else can do, even if you want to appoint somebody else? It is not possible. Many things we may appoint others to do, but this dissociation with the Panchakosha, nobody else can do it for us. We only have to do. Who else? Then who maintained this Jiva Bhava? I only. So I only have to know that this Jiva Bhava is the Bandhana. As we saw yesterday in Yoga Vasishta, the Drashtrutva is the Bandhana. I must feel the need that this Jiva Bhava itself is Bandhana, which I myself am holding on to in spite of so many dukkhas. So I will come out of this. And the Jiva Bhavana Hetu, the sense of separation from all pervading Paramatma. Out of this ignorance, I was only maintaining. And it is I who will have to gain the knowledge, identify with the all pervading Paramatma, Tattva, dissolve the Jiva Bhava. A river dissolving its Rupanama to trace back to its original state of oceanhood. Jiva giving up all limitations which are tying down him to be Jiva, to embrace his Tattva Swarupa, the Atma Swarupa, the Brahma Swarupa. Who else can do it? In that only there is Ananta Anubhuti is equal to freedom from all Santata, freedom from all Bandhana, all limitations. Who else can do it? Nobody can do it. And when to do, isn't it? How urgently we to do at a higher level of thinking. Can there be anything else worthy of doing other than this? That is his Nachiketa. That is his Lord Rama. Wherein not doing this internal journey, instead of that, because we are living beings, something other than we do, we only go away from the truth. Put more layers on the truth. Thicken the ignorance little more. Thicken the delusion little more. Thicken the Jiva Bhava, Vaditadatmya, more and more. साधना नहीं कर रहे तो हम वो कर रहे हैं जिससे और भी हम भगवान से दूर होते. Therefore, all the time I have to be engaged in sadhana of tracing back, reaching back from where I started, my own self. So I only came out and got bound. I only have to go back to my own self and then get liberated. and everything can stop. Not this. Everything can be stopped permanently. This alone should be taken up permanently. So it is I only came back to this level, came to this lower level. I only have to. Just like while coming down, the Maya, the Ajnana, the Moha, the equally Dushta Vyaktis, Dushta Samsara, Dushta, what do you say? Yeah, they all helped me to fall down. To rise up also, there are Satsanga, there are Sadhu Purushas, there are Mahatmas, there are Shastras to help us. गिरने के टाइम कुछ लोगों ने हेल्प किया, वी टुक देयर हेल्प, फेल डाउन. तो उठने के लिए भी देर आर देयर टू हेल्प अस आउट. टेक देयर हेल्प एंड कीप ऑन rising, rising, and rising. Isn't it? And our regular Shastra Adhyana should strengthen us in this aspect. That I have to trace back to my own identity. That's the first, second, third priority. All else is again self delusion only, self binding only. That is the state of Arjuna in Gita. When he says, I don't want even the Rajya Bhoga. So Arjuna doesn't want anything. Therefore, he is fit for Paramatma. That's why Bhagavan has given him that sublime Moksha Jnana, Upanishad Sara Jnana, which we call as Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Correct? Now, therefore, all our day schedule, all our activities, all our inner thinkings, plannings, every one of them have to be changed, rescheduled, remodeled, remolded to in a way that we are only doing and growing spiritually. Point number 2 है ना. हिम्मत आ गया क्या? वो भीतर जाने का. भीतर जो सूक्ष्माति सूक्ष्म परमात्मा है he alone is real. He is the substratum. Reaching him as ourselves is the real heroism, real challenge, real achievement, permanent achievement. Are we getting convinced about it because of our daily Shravana? Subhado Parsham Vai. The Guru Parampara is blessing us with these opportunities to ensure this only. If it is not happening by our conscious effort, at the time when we are blessed by the divine and our good prarabdha, once the blessings are withdrawn, that good prarabdha goes away. And when we are being caught by the other prarabdha, we will be just lost only. Right now, when the opportunity is there, we have to get deeply rooted. When things are going on nicely, in the sense the blessings are there, our punya phala is there, therefore, we are aware of some satsangas going on, our outer and inner life is also not that much binding us that we are not able to attend. ऐसी बात नहीं, हम attend कर पा रहे. So this golden opportunity has to be encashed to get deeply rooted in this Lakshya and Marga, so that even if our prarabdhas are otherwise, yet we are holding on to the truth only. Like in the world marketplace. गोल्ड का दाम कम हो गया, पीपल बाय करके रख लेते हैं, सो दैट व्हेन इट इंक्रीजेस कैन सेल. The property rates gone down, they just buy. So that when they rise, they can sell. The stock market comes down, that time they buy shares. So that when it increases, they can. So too, when things are convenient, at that time only we have to make these things because what's our prarabdha we don't know. Every way, when we are uncertain about future and when we are certain what's happening today we have to use best way for the best of the purpose. Make hay while sun shines. You know, as it is said, it is our kartavya, only kartavya, and should feel shy as well as ashamed, nothing wrong. That with so much of blessings given by the Rishi Parampara through these Tattva Jnana Sambandhi Shastras, still instead of giving more and more value, importance, time to that, how come shamelessly we are giving importance to something else, somebody else, outside and inside? We have to question ourselves. Nobody is there. When the best is given to us, if we are denying it, going for the second or third or the worst, है ना? मुझे कहना है इतना महान हेल्प और गाइडेंस और ब्लेसिंग गुरु भगवान दे रहे, तो मुझे शर्म फील करना है कि और कुछ मैं कैसे कर सकता हूं अदर देन दिस, सोच भी कैसे सकता हूं. How that much deluded, ignorant and blind I am that I am not able to recognize the continuous Krupa of Paramatma and the Guru and Shastra, that all the three are trying to pull us by holding us at three sides toward the self, toward the moksha, and in the fourth side, we are freeing ourselves from their hands and running back into the worldliness, calling it duty, calling it obligation, calling it desire fulfillment, calling it as relations, calling it as necessity. Name kuch bhi do. What we are doing is bakwas or nonsense. Add any sentiments to that. Add any emotions to that. Any notions, any inhibitions, any inner feelings. Kuch bhi karo. We are not doing sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam. Therefore, what Lord promised, aham tva sarva papebhya mokshayishyami, will not happen. It is we have to feel shy. Then out of that comes the seriousness, sincerity. Again to replan our day, dedicate most of it for only this exclusively, nothing else. Dehadi, they'll have their own prarabdha. Samashti Vishwa also has their own prarabdha. First, let us fully establish, if not in the experience of the truth, but at least in the path, fully. Then again, if you think about any service to the world, you do. First service is to come out of our own selfishnesses to the world. Second services is to be qualified for the Guru to come in our life. Third services are to get educated in the Adhyatmika Shastras. Once we got the Tattva now the services should be stopped. We have to start doing sadhana. Having established in sadhana, if any services required, we do. Not no. Through the sadhana, when we reach the goal, nothing but service remains after that. First, let us cross the ocean of our own samsara, then help others. And mind you, Any love we give to others, any help we give to others is binding ourselves and binding them also, because there is no truth in it. There is no reality in it, because we ourselves have not reached reality. We are in unreal. We are in delusion. And we ourselves being in delusion, any sort of service, anything we do to others, if not a delusion, can it be reality? In fact, on the name of duties or obligation, we are anyway cheating ourselves, we are cheating others also. With the higher level, valuing relativity is denying and insulting the absolute. That proves we are not at intellectually at the standard level of understanding of the truth, the Shastra, the kind compassion words of the Guru Parampara, or the Moksha Jnana Siddhanta, we have not got it. So, all these things put together is our opening of the eyes. Then, same time, practically we are regular in all our to be done outer inner sadhanas. Or kuch nahi bas. As we are studying the topic now, all our faculties have no other business, only one business, isn't it? In the initial days of Vasana force, world force, we could compromise or justify our worldly being world. But as we are studying Shastras regularly, understanding Mithyatva of the Jagat, Satyatva of the Paramatma, we should slowly reduce the justifications, those compromises, start becoming serious senses about this inner journey, isn't it? In simple layman's language, हमारे जो अपॉर्चुनिटीज हमको मिल रहे, कृपाएं जो हमको मिल रहे, उनसे खिलवाड़ नहीं करना चाहिए, उनका बेइज्जती नहीं करना चाहिए. We should not take them for granted and humiliate those graces of the Lord and Guru, those gracious opportunities and freedoms to evolve. Miss it, by our own choice we fall into such a level of samsara, then ask the Lord and Guru, pray karo. They say, what a golden opportunity exclusively I gave you. You are arrogant. You never consulted your Guru. You took your own decisions and choices. You fell down. Now wait for 10,000 lives. फिर देखें. Isn't it? Don't we feel this with the world of things and beings that when the choice comes, opportunity comes, we have to use because they won't come again and again. और सेम अकल यहाँ क्यों नहीं काम करता? Isn't it? Think about it. So that way, let us not deny the opportunities. Let us not insult the ones who are giving us the grace and blessings. Let us be more and more serious, sincere, exclusively in this. Actually, if our life is around 65 years, my life for the outer world is khatam. 65 ज़्यादा बोला आपने. 58 बस. My life for the outer world is khatam. हो गया. आवृत चक्षु. My life for the inner journey, amrutatvam ichhan, is the only thing I am doing. Now, if we don't do this, day by day our age is growing, but we are not becoming introverted. Who is to be blamed? For whatever the reasons. Every reason is wrong. Every logic is wrong. Every justification is wrong because What we are deciding, what we are doing is wrong. How many reasons, justifications Arjuna gave, but all of them for the wrong decision to run away from the Yuddha. And Yuddha is an occasion. In our life, it is the Adhyatmic sadhana. Our inner Adhyatmic sadhana and outer Arjuna's Yuddha, both are absolutely same. For him, the Yuddha is sadhana, for us, sadhana is Yuddha. Whom to blame? Nobody. So, this is how we have to keep on entertaining the very important, powerful thoughts, and that is how that mind and senses, their pulse, their and even intellect going with them, all of that we have to arrest. For that only we are doing all these Shastra. Then it's not a time pass. No, it's not an entertainment. It has a definite purpose. Already chalked out for us by the Lord. We have to recognize it and tune to Him and be blessed by the blessings given by Him by going to the next stages of our sadhana evolution along with Shravana, the Manana Chintanadi, and then the due sadhanas daily continuously. So I came out and I am God bound, it is me who will have to trace back and all other thoughts. Right, friends? All the best. Om, Om, Om. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत्कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भव शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः सङ्कल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगत्येकता शान्तिपूर्वाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां निरन्तर अस्माकं सह दिग्विजयार्थम् अनेक श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयभूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्तितेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयागसाधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थप्रतिष्ठाद्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्री कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशङ्कर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ओं नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Chant from The mantra number third. Yuktaya manasa devan suvaryato dhiya divam bruhajyoti karishyatah savitah prasuvatitan yunjate manauta yunjate dhiyah vipra viprasya bruhato vipaschitah विहोत्रादधेव युनाविदेकः इन्मही देवस्य सवितुः परिष्टुतिः युजेवां ब्रह्मपूर्व्यं नमोभिः विश्लोक एतुपथ्येव सूरेः शृण्वन्तु विश्वे अमृतस्य पुत्राः आये धामानि दिव्यानि तस्तुः अग्निर्यत्राभिमथ्यते वायुर्यत्राधिरुध्यते सोमो यत्रातिरिच्यते तत्र संजायते मनः सवित्रा प्रसवेन जुषेद ब्रह्मपूर्व्यं तत्र योनिं कृणवसे न हि ते पूर्तमक्षिपदो त्रिरुन्नतं स्थाप्य समं शरीरं हृदीन्द्रियाणि मनसा सन्निवेश्य ब्रह्मोडुपेन प्रतरेत विद्वान् श्रोतांसि सर्वाणि भयावहानि प्राणान् प्रपीड्येह संयुक्तचेष्टः क्षीणे प्राणेनासिकयोच्छ्वसीत दुष्टाश्वयुक्तमिव वाहमेनं विद्वान् मनो धारयेत प्रमत्तः समेषु चौ शर्करावह्निवालुकौ विवर्जिते शब्दजलाश्रयादिभिः मनोनुकूलेन तु चक्षुपीडने गुहानिवाताश्रयणे प्रयोजयेत् Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So the third mantra was so beautiful कि Savita is the main word. Savita Manasa Dhiya Yuktvaya Manasa Devan Suvaryatah Dhiya Divam Bruhajyoti Karishyatah Savita Prasuvatitan. The idea is, in all the past, it is the Savita who, for the willing, prayerful, surrendered sadhakas, this Savita blessed and made them turn towards the truth and realize. Future also, it will be so to all sadhakas. In the present also, in general, that's the principle that when invoked, Savita blesses us to tune to the truth. So when it is in the past and in the future and in the present in the general, it means what for us also? Same is the way. So the tuning is done to Savita exclusively for the Paramatma Prapti only, nothing else. In the effort of this only, if you really feel like that, you can see that avidya janita moha, moha janita entire samsara, all of that automatically gets wiped off. Because I am aiming at the Shuddha Paramatma Tattva. Like in your and my life, as we are deepening our study of Shastras, feeling serious, sincere about sadhana inner, the outer life is slowly by itself is going up. No more samsara. It goes up. And be intelligent, be alert to recognize this beautiful happening in our life. And ask the Lord to bless us for this only, not the opposite. Don't say, Bhagavan, enough from last few years. You made me keep away from the world and involved in study of Shastra. अब बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया. Now I am praying to you. Stop all these blessings to involve in Shastra and spirituality. Now again send me back into the world of people, world of again the mind, world of projection, world of samsara. ये तो सपने में भी ये thought नहीं आना चाहिए. That's a suggestion. I can't force, but I do it for myself. Thank God, O Lord, you are blessing to keep away the world. You are blessing to involve in sadhana. Let this continue. Let this continue. More and more finerness in the study refinement, more and more deeper sadhanas should happen. And to facilitate it more and more, the deep rooted tendencies, vasanas, should go away so much so that it is because of the avidya, moha, and vasanas that I was giving value, importance to the things and beings of the world. Every one of them should go away wiped off, crystal clean, like the car given for servicing. I am giving my faculties to you for servicing. Servicing करके उसमें का even final trace of vasana values or kleshas value for the world, they should be fully eliminated so that without that hiccups in any layer of my personality, with all joy and jolliness, I'm only pursuing the path to reach you. Isn't it? अब देखो कितने हिकअप्स हैं हमारा, लाइक खटारा गाड़ी अब 1920, अब उसमें ट्रैवल करोगे एवरी आधा किलोमीटर इट विल गिव ट्रबल. Isn't it? We used to have like that all time the vehicles. कुछ भी कारण से वो रुक जाते हैं, फिर उसको धक्का देना. एवरीथिंग, मिक्सी रुक जाते हैं, पंखा रुक जाता था, हर एक चीज धक्का. Do you remember all those days? In the same way is our spiritual journey. In the Khatara Gadi of our personality layers, which are of so many delusory attachments and impurities, we want to safely, easily travel in the spiritual journey. अपने आप को उल्लू बना. So, by the way, we have shared it. So here, if the Shrutimata herself tells both the need of all our faculties to be turned towards Paramatma Tattva, and also if Shrutimata says, this is done not by you, but by the Krupa of the Savitha, the Lord. If she herself is authentically saying, how much seriously we have to take. To put it in other words, we were Nastikas, we never approached God. Even we have approached the God, we have asked Him only for Artha Kama. And that is why we are bound in the world. Now reverse it. We must become Astika from Nastika and approach the Lord. Approach the Lord only for Paramatma Prapti, not for anything else. That is the essence to be carried from this topic. So the Bhashya said to us, see, Yuktvaya Yojayitva Devan Mana Adini Karanani Tesham Visheshanam Suvaha Sargam Sukham Purna Ananda Brahma Yataha Iti Ditya Bahuvachanam. Means total thought क्या हुआ उसका? युक्त्वाय मनसा देवान सुवर्यतो धिया दिवम कि पूर्ण आनंद ब्रह्म गच्छतः न शब्दादि विषया. Now feel the meaning of it. All our faculties are excited to go towards the Purna Ananda Brahma only, not towards the Shabdadi Vishaya. Again I am repeating, all our faculties by the grace of Lord should move towards the Purnananda Brahma who is Ekameva Advitiyam, not towards the Shabdadi Vishaya. That is the meaning. Yuktvaya Manasaha Devan Suvaryataha Dhiya Dhivam. Punarapi Visheshantaram. What is it? Dhiya means what? Samyak Darshanena. Here, Dhiya also means by Indriyas. Dhiya also means by the intellect's Samyak Darshana. Means what? Listen carefully. May the Savita bless our Dhi with the Samyak Darshana. That the Paramatma alone is real. That Paramatma Prapti alone is moksha. That other than Paramatma, everything is mithya delusion. That our pursuit of that alone binding us. This is the meaning of Dhiya Samyak Darshanena. This is what the Gayatri Mantra we do. Bhuhu Bhuvaha Swaha Tat Savituhu Varenyam Bhargaha Devasya Dhimahi. I am meditating on that great power of Lord Surya. Naha Dhiyaha Prachodaya. May that Lord do the prachodana of our buddhis. For what? Not for the Bhurbhuva Swaha, but the beyond the Mahaha, which is called here as Samyak Darshan. O Lord Surya. After that, see to it that our faculties and the mind are towards reaching that Samyak Darshana Atmanubhuti only. Let everything from its root cause be eliminated along with the root cause. But the beauty of all this is what? कि is our धी पक्का in this knowledge. नहीं तो हमारा प्रेयर दिल से नहीं होगा. Then blessings भी दिल से नहीं होते. That is why so much of Shastra study for getting convinced. Then prayer will be with that depth. And people are convinced of Artha Kama. Therefore, they are in depth praying to the Lord continuously. Provide me Artha Kama, provide me the Bahya Bhoga. And Lord is what He is giving to everyone. You and I, if we are students of Vedanta, our they should be convinced about Paramatma Prapti as Hetu of Moksha. Then, with that, all our prayers will be intensely for that. Whether we go to Hanuman temple, Shiva Mandir, Ram Mandir, Krishna Mandir, कहीं भी जाओ भगवान the Brahmanubhuti, Brahmanubhuti, Brahmanubhuti. Nothing other than it. Before that, Dhiya Samyak Darshanena. See to that that Samyak Darshana happens. Now, we are in that stage. Okay? We might have prayed what is said in this shloka because of which only to give us the Samyak Darshana in our buddhi that Bhagavan is giving us the opportunity of every day studying the Tattva Moksha Shastra, Subhasha. Then, when these prayers continue, not only the intellectual conviction, the Samyak Darshana of the buddhi, but all our mana, indriyas also will be focused only towards that self. When He blesses us, from such person's life, along with the traces, all the worldliness is wiped off. Don't you see such people in this world? Purely engaged in exclusive sadhana. You can go to various ashramas, the Himalayan places, etc. Hundreds and thousands, lakhs of them are there. जाके देखो तो पता चलता है. So they are in that level. That Paramatma has blessed them to pull away their faculties and mind from the world and worldliness. And Paramatma blessed them to focus their faculties towards the truth. They are there. We should go and see the possibility and pray. And when that opportunity comes, we should not hesitate to go to that place. When you go out into the world and see, if you go to hotels, they are the people they are eating. If you go to casinos, they are there playing. If you go to the horse riding place, there are people. If you go to theater, people are there enjoying the movie. If you go to what you say, the temples, people are there worshipping. Each of the jiva in the state of evolution is at different levels. So too, if you go to this purely exclusively spiritual sadhana doing places, you find many jivas doing that sadhana. Then should we not go to that level, evolve to that level? So for that, the prarthana to Savitha. So how many prarthanas to Savitha? One, give samyak darshana to the dhi. Second, make the indriyas and mana introverted towards that samyak darshana. Third, let it happen very soon if possible. This very life, this very moment. So, divam punarapi visheshantaram dhiya samyak darshanena. By that undoubted, clear Vision, darshana, understanding about the presence of substratum and everything else is delusion on that. This understanding is called Samyak Darshana. Diya Samyak Darshanena Divam. Divam means Dyotana Swabhavam. That which is by nature is Prakasha Swarupa. Chaitanya Eka Rasam. That which is one homogeneous mass of pure consciousness. Brahatu means Mahatu, bigger than the biggest. Brahma, Brahma Tattva. Jyotihi, the Prakasham. Karishyataha. The essence of the entire line is what? Purna Ananda Brahma Avishkarishyataha. So, this Savita, because of our prayers, is blessing us for the Avishkarana, opening up of Purna Ananda Brahma. Purna infinite. Ananda bliss. Brahma is all pervading. So, Purna Ananda Brahma Avishkarishyan. आविष्करिष्यतः अत्र द्वितीया बहुवचनम राइट सविता प्रसुवाति तान करणानि इट इज सविता when we pray to him tan karnani all faculties prasuvati he will control he will mold them towards the self. In this way, having explained the mantra bhashya, Bhagavan Shankara now summarizes is yatha karnani vishayebhyah nivruttani atma abhimukhani atma prakashameva kuryuhu tatha anujanatu savita iti artha. See that sweetness of the meaning, simplicity of the meaning, but the subliminity and importance also of the meaning of this bhashya, this sentence. See, yatha, jaise, karnani, all our 14 faculties, 5 jnanendriya, 5 karmendriya, 4 antakarna, all of them, vishayebhyah nivruttani, having been pulling them away from their own respective vishayas, Atma Abhimukani, they are all now facing towards the Atman only. For what? Atma Prakashameva Kuryuhu. That they all put together reveal the Atma Anubhuti to me. Tatha, in this way, for this to happen, Anujanatu Savita. May Lord Savita give Anugnya to all those Indriya Adhisthana Devatas. So when the Savita gives the Anugnya, Agnya to the Adhisthana Devatas, then they will see to it that these faculties are pulled away from the Vishayas, which was the cause of bondage, and put them towards the Tattva Jnana, towards the Atma Abhimukata, towards the Atma Prakashameva. As we said yesterday, if you remember, in such person's life, the eyes always long to see Bhagavan's Murti. Ears always listen to his kathas. Mana is having devotion to him. Buddhi is doing chintana on Mahavakyas only. Hands are doing only the puja. Right now, all these faculties are so restless to get lost in the objective world, bhoga vastu. अब सविता को हमने पूछा नहीं भैया इससे विथड्रॉ कराओ. Now we have to ask. When he blesses, really it happens. It is by Ishvara Anugnya only everything happens in the world. We have to become stronger in this belief and faith. Now remember, at the final stage of Brahmanubhuti, I am Brahman, there is no Jiveshwara Jagat. But that is final stage. To reach to the final stage, that level, at every moment, our sadhana with the same upadhyas, our upasana to Ishvara to mold ourselves toward the sadhana, by pulling our faculties away from the world and worldliness. Our upasana to the Ishvara to make our these बुद्धि पक्का इन सम्यक ज्ञान दे हैव टू बी रिलेंटलेसली डन. जो आखिरी मोमेंट में करने वाला चीज पहले नहीं करना चाहिए, है ना. कोई जाकर के आटे को घी लगाते हैं क्या? घी लगाना इज द लास्ट स्टेप. फर्स्ट आटे को गूंदना है, फिर यू हैव टू मेक पीसेस, फिर यू हैव टू बेलो इट, देन यू हैव टू सेको इट. After all that is done, in the final step we apply ghee. You don't do in the beginning. In the same way, denying Ishvara and all are the last step, just before entering into Brahma Tattva. Before that, one side, pursuing Brahma Tattva only through the Upanishadic studies, contemplation, simultaneously the other side, the Ishvara's Kripa blessings for our own protection, for our own inner journey. You have to keep on seeking. Can you balance these two understandings? Can we get these two convictions clearly without any contradiction? What is no contradiction? Though our goal is Nirguna Nirakara Brahma, still we take the help of Saguna Ishvara for our sadhana. Though we are doing Upasana to Saguna Ishvara, yet the Dvaita Dvandva which is there in it is not our goal. Our goal is Ekameva Dvayam Brahma. This Upanishad guides us in this way perfectly. उपासना भी करा रहे, but the goal is परमात्मा. पहले गोल बता दी in the Sambandha Bhashyam first chapter. Now we are told to empower ourselves by the grace of SAVITHA. Good mantra, isn't it? Do you understand it? यथा करणानि विषयेभ्यः निवृत्तानि आत्म अभिमुखानि आत्म प्रकाशमेव कुर्युः तथा अनुजानातु. Withdrawing from all the outer world of Vishayas, only focusing for the Atman, for the Atma Prakasha. May Savita bless all my faculties to be like that. Means, even though the Upanishads say, Gita says, Uddhared Atmana Atmanam and all of that, yet same Upanishads say that in achieving it, the Krupa of the Ishvara is required. That's the meaning of Ishvara Pranidhana, even for the Yoga Darshana, the Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So from now onwards, intensify prayers for only this to happen. When that mode of using our faculties for the tattva is there, immediately use those faculties. Isn't it? For only the tattva jnana. In that way, complementing our efforts along with the blessings through prayers. You have to aim at reaching that tattva anubhuti. 24 hours एक ही तपना एक ही तड़प है. That beyond I want to experience, that beyond I have to see. The transcendental I have to experience, that sublime self I have to see. अब यही मांगते जाओ मांगते जाओ मांगते जाओ बस. इसके लिए कोशिश करते जाओ करते जाओ. Now, in the initial days, few years back, for us the world is real and the spiritual tattva is vague. But as we traveled few years in study of Shastra, the Brahma Atma Tattva Satyata must have been received by us. Therefore, now our prayers, our desires, our endeavors are only for that, only for that, only for that. And let us transcend that most stupid, grossest level of life, that what is seen by faculties alone is real and beyond there is nothing. This nonsense we have to come out. And the sensible thing is, beyond alone is the real thing. Beyond alone is the everything. On that beyond, a little bit place, the projected is this so-called realistically looking this gross world. ये समझ हमको उपनिषद के अध्ययन के रिजल्ट में आना चाहिए. Those who don't study Upanishads, for them, The world presented by the sense organs alone is real. Therefore, they are worldly. But after studying Upanishads, after seeing so many Mahatmas, Rishis, Gurus, unanimously, all of them talking about that which is beyond, we have to come to accept it and we have to pursue that only. हमको स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण नहीं चाहिए. मनोबुद्धि अहंकार चित्तानि नाहम न च श्रोत्र जिह्वे न च घ्राण नेत्रे न च व्योम भूमे न तेजो न वायुः सच्चिदानंद रूपः शिवोहम शिव. Correct, friends? Now, tasya evam anujanatah. This way, when anugnya and blessings are being given to us by the Savitha, Parishtuti Kartavya Ityaha. It is our duty to do the stuti of that Lord, to keep up our gratitude level, to keep up our humbleness level, to keep up the feeling that we continuously need His blessings, so that our ego, our inadvertence, our negligence, our carelessness should not happen. By which, if it all happens, we stop praying to Him, then again the whole Maya catches us. तो उस ईश्वर का स्तुति करो. पहले हमने उपासना किया, then प्रार्थना किया, then He blessed us. Now all our faculties are toward the self. Now do the stuti to Him out of gratitude and say, let it continue, O Lord, till I reach you. Dhanamoti. Now at the same time, one more thought we have to entertain. Enough of living life at the Panchakosha. Life at the Panchakosha level or Jiva Bhava. अंदर से वो भावना आना, right? A beggar or fellow, enough of me begging and eating yesterday, day before ka khana. Let me also learn some work, do it, get some money and have fresh food. उसको ऐसा सोचना है ना. Then only he'll come out of his laziness and work, earn money, and he'll have good food. Later on, let me develop more and more knowledge, intelligence, so that I do better works and get more money, and then enjoy not only food but clothing, kapada, staying, etc., accommodation. This is how human intelligence thinks for better, works for it. And the better than the best is the reality. We are exposed to that through this Upanishad study. And if we take these Upanishadic dictionary lightly, and if still are not believing in the presence of the reality, nor making it as our goal, we are doing खिलवाड़ with our Guru and Shastra and Satsanga. फिर खुद ही हम वो लोग तो they won't curse us, but we because of our this type of taking light or insincerity take us away from these Shastras and the Tattva and again go back to the same place. Make the people very happy that they were jealous of us that we were doing something spirituality and we left everything and went back to enjoy the world like them. Ha ha, they will have saya of relief because they felt you'll realize Brahman and you just came out of the disillusionment, you just dropped everything, went back because सविता को प्रार्थना करते नहीं रहे, छोड़ दिया प्रार्थना, छोड़ दिया pursuit. You know, in all the Shastras, Gita Upanishad, one specific word is used called as dhirata. That is what we are discussing. That fortitude, that perseverance, that patience. Till we reach the ultimate Atma goal, pursuing only that. Come what may. Less will be the outer obstacles, more will be inner. Our own tamogunas, our own rajogunas, our own kamanas, our own vasanas, our own lower mind, ये सारे मिलकर हमको बार बार उस तत्व से पीछे खींचते ही जाते हैं. धिया धीर पुरुष, दैट्स व्हाई सी धिया सम्यक दर्शनेन. We have to study Shastra so pakka thoroughly that there is not even a trace of doubt regarding Mithyatva of the Jagat, Satyatva of the Brahman, and Brahman alone is my goal. Only at that intellectual conviction level that all the inner and outer defeating things we can defeat them. Om, 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 Om. पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः तत्सद्गुरुभ्यार्पणमस्तु. Browsing through for 5 minutes. The there are three mantras. Tomorrow we will see in the fourth mantra the need of stuti of that Ishvara Savitha is told to us. Thank you. Join for Gita.